Welcome to Allan Reports TV. I'm your host, Allan Labucan from allanreports.com. Today we have a new installment of our In the News show. This is the show that we talk about resource companies with recent developments. On today's show we have 3 companies to talk about, all focused on gold. And these companies have been very busy and they have plenty of news to talk about. And in addition, we'll open the show with a discussion of trends that we're seeing for gold. Before getting started, we always like to start out with our thank yous. We use youtube.com as our primary website to produce and broadcast our shows. And YouTube is a wonderful site for anybody that is interested in doing online shows, and we highly recommend them. Also, we have banners. If you're watching the show on our website at allanreports.com, you'll notice to my left and right that we have banner sponsors on there. Those banner sponsors are really important in us being able to bring these shows to you. And if you'd like to do some homework on those companies, you just click on their banners. They're direct linked right to their websites where they have plenty of information about their projects and their work and their news. It's a really great place for you to start your homework on those companies. And of course, you, the viewers, you give us an audience to talk to about commodities and resource stocks, and we really appreciate you tuning in. So thank you very much. So we'll start out today. I'm just going to scroll down my computer here. We're going to start out today talking about some trends that we're seeing with gold. Since gold hit record nominal highs in late 2010, it's been going through some profit taking that seen it pull back from those highs. It's currently off close to 5% from its highs and looks to be getting oversold and primed to rally. Whenever looking at trends, not only do we focus on price trends, but also the trends in the fundamentals. And the key drivers of gold is supply and demand. And on the supply side, even though gold has reached these nominal record highs, production seems to have peaked a couple years ago. Now, this is not what's supposed to happen. Generally, if you have record supplies, Economics 101 tells you, or when you have record prices, Economics 101 tells you that then the miners will produce more, and that will bring the price down. And in this case, we're not seeing this. As gold has reached these record highs, and especially moved above $1,000 an ounce, the production is actually slowing and seems to have peaked a couple years ago, and that's a very bullish sign. The supply chain suffers from a few decades of underinvestment, and mining companies are consistently having to go to tougher countries to work in. They're going deeper into the ground for lower and lower grades, and these are some of the key reasons that the supply chain is in a weak condition. Yet you have demand from various sources throughout the world, led by India and China, which is in solid shape. As their growing middle classes in these two countries continue to expand, more people are able to afford gold, and they are key things that these the people in these two countries like to adorn themselves with jewelry in or hold as a store of value. And so those are two important sources. We're also seeing increased buying from central bankers who are net buyers now instead of aggressive sellers like they were in the 1990s. We have other people that are investing in gold for inflation concerns, political concerns, currency concerns, and so those developed economy sort of buyers are in solid shape as well. And so nothing we're seeing on the supply and demand has us concerned about the trend. In fact, if anything, we are as confident now as we've ever been, and feel that the fundamentals for gold on supply and demand are very strong. And as we said earlier, it looks like the price trend is nearing support and primed to rally. It's definitely looking oversold to us. So now we're going to move into our chat regarding the resource companies that have had recent news that we want to talk about. The first company that we're going to start with today is Sandgold Corporation. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders. They are one of the banner sponsors on our website. If you want to do some homework on the company, as I said just earlier, just click on their banner and that'll take you to their website where you can do a bunch of homework on the company. Our past coverage, they are also a featured company in our Allan Reports email newsletter. We started coverage of them on October the 30th, 2008, which was our 20th edition. If you look above me on the website, you'll notice that there's a report section. In the report section, you can find that 20th edition. You can either read it online or download it in a Word file and print it off to read at your leisure. We've had them on several of our past shows. These are all in 2010, May 26th, July the 20th, September the 2nd, October the 6th, October the 27th, and December the 2nd. And those, again, are all in 2010. If you look above me, you'll see a shows section. In there, we have a directory of all the past shows, including the dates, an overview of the show, and a button to, or a link to go watch the shows. And you can find all of those shows from 2010 in there. Their website is sandgold.ca. We're looking for the January 12th, 2011 press release. I'm just bringing their website up now and pulling up that January 12th press release. The headline is Sandgold extends 007 east to depth with high-grade intercept of 31 grams per ton of gold over 3.8 meters. 8.3 meters, a little bit of a switch up there. They go on that their reported exploration step-out drilling from surface and underground continues to expand on the eastern extension of the 007 zone. Then they talk about that highlighted hole with 30.6 grams per ton gold over 8.3 meters, down dip from and below initial discovery hole CD 10-178 and 183. Drilling confirmed high grades and widths that were initially encountered and demonstrated in CD 10-85. That's the name of the drill hole that they put on that one. And then they tell you what those previous grades were. Additionally, drilling continues from an underground drill station at the 9,220 level, 240 meters below surface of the 007 decline. First underground hole intersected substantial grade and width of 24 grams per ton gold over 26.6 meters, midway between the known eastern limit of the 007 and the east extension discovery hole. So they're getting some very good drill results in areas that had previously not been tested with drilling. And then they go on that the follow-up drill holes are reported below appear to join the main body of the 007 zone with the eastern extension below the 250 meter level, giving a combined strike length of over 450 meters so far. Then they have a table with the various different drill holes. You can find that in the press release on their website. Then there's a good quote from the CEO, George Peary, who stated, and I quote, "The shoreline basalt appears to be a new host rock for high-grade and wide gold mineralization near surface. The fault and pathway structures that have been identified by our geologists intersect this rock unit in a repetitive fashion, which bodes extremely well for future exploration and development potential, both near surface and from our current underground infrastructure. I look forward to continuing to report on not only drill holes, but mining development results from the 007 and 007 East zones." End quote. Then they have some more details about the exploration in the press release. They've got a really good some really good maps attached to the press release as well that give you a cross section of the where they've been drilling, and gives you a really good idea of how things are progressing as they go to depth on this project. And so you can see a plan map there as well, and so it gives you a good idea, graphically, of what they're doing with their drilling. And so that's the key information from that press release. I'm just going to open up another website here, sorry. Some of the key reasons that we like the company: they're a gold-focused company. They have projects in Manitoba. They're a gold miner. They're also very successful and aggressive exploration drilling company. They do a lot of drilling as well. They're working hard to enhance their production profile, and they're also doing a lot of exploration drilling in close proximity to their current mining operations. So that gives them really good access, not just access for exploration purposes, but also access when they want to move towards mining these high-grade discoveries. And so they're very busy with the drilling, very busy with their production. We expect that they'll have very good news flow. We've talked a lot about them in the past, and we expect to do that in the future as well. The best place to start your homework, again, is on their website at sangold.ca. That's SANGOLD.ca. And or if you're on the website, just look for their banner, and that'll take you directly to their website. So the second company we're going to talk about today is Gold Canyon Resources. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. We've had them on past shows on November the 3rd, 2010, December the 8th, and December the 30th, 2010. Again, just look above me at the shows section, and in there you can find those past shows that we talked about them, including links so you can easily go watch those shows. Their website is goldcanyon.ca. That's GOLDCANYON.ca. On their website, we're looking for two press releases. One's from January the 18th, and the other is from January the 11th. Those are in 2011. And so I'm just going to pull up their website now so I can find those press releases, and then I can give you the information of what stands out in those press releases to us. So I've got the January 18th one here. And in that one, the headline is Gold Canyon announces remaining silver assays from the 2010 drilling at Spring Pole Gold Project. They go on that they're pleased to announce remaining silver assays from the summer 2010 diamond drill program at its 100% controlled Spring Pole Gold Project, 110 kilometers northeast of the Red Lake Mining Camp, Ontario, Canada. Silver assays from a group of holes there were from parts of the Portage Zone, and they continue to demonstrate that appreciable silver accompanies gold in this large porphyry system. For example, a couple of the holes, one hole had a 307 meter intersection of 1.44 grams per ton gold and 5.48 grams per ton silver. Then they have a group of other holes very similar with some very promising grades, especially for an open pit type target of both gold and silver. So you can find that in the press release. Then they also give you some details about the drilling that they've done on the Portage Zone. They talk about the interesting silver values that appear much lower in the veins that are part of the main zone. They talked about, they give you a good idea of what's going on with the exploration. And then there's a quote from Quinton Hina, who is the technical advisor to Gold Canyon, and he stated, and I quote, "In 2010, we drilled 18 holes testing various parts along the strike of the Portage Zone. We now feel more confident about our understanding of this large gold-silver system. For example, we usually see gold and silver values gradually rise, peak, then gradually diminish as we drill across this zone. Seldom do we see values above 10 grams per ton gold within the porphyry, so the intervals we report are not carried by a few high assays. The weighted average grade of portage zone intercepts from the 18 holes drilled in 2010 is 1.36 grams per ton gold and 5.95 grams per ton silver, a silver to gold ratio of 4.4 to 1. The portage zone bifurcates in places, perhaps reflecting late structural displacement. Although we have a lot of work to do, our picture of the portage zone is quickly becoming clearer." End quote. So there's some really good information about the Spring Pole project and these recent assay results that were done to recover silver. And you can find that on their January 18th press release. So then we're going to go to their January 11th press release. And the headline from that is Gold Canyon commences winter 2011 drill program at Spring Pole. They go on that they pleased to announce its winter 2011 diamond drill program is underway on the company's 100% controlled Spring Pole gold project located in the Red Lake Mining District of Ontario. 3 diamond core rigs will be drilling a planned 10,000 meters by early April, weather permitting. The objectives of this drill program include testing shallow portions of the portage zone that could not be tested during last winter's drill program. A series of 150 to 200 feet and 50 meter holes will be drilled from the ice on 50 meter sections so that near surface mineralization can be included in resource calculations. Infill the midsection of the portage zone by drilling large diameter HQ core. The company hopes to encounter better grades and continuity in this part of the zone, which was drilled with smaller diameter NQ core approximately 20 years ago. Testing for the strike continuation of the portage zone to the southeast, where mineralization remains open. The furthest southeast drill hole by the company during the current 2010-11 phase program is SP10-2024, which encountered 225 meters at 1.48 grams per ton gold. See press release dated November 23rd, 2010. One drill rig will be dedicated to testing the continuation of the portage zone on 50-meter sections for a distance of up to 500 meters southeast of that hole, SP10-024, testing a possible new zone of mineralization that lies southwest of the portage zone and appears to trend parallel to it. This new zone was encountered at the bottom of SP10-024 and is evident in several historic holes in this area, and testing for continuation of the portage zone under the main zone. And then they give you, a lot of details about this upcoming exploration program. That's the key information from those 2 press releases that we wanted to talk about. Some of the reasons that we like the company is they're a gold-focused company. Their new discovery in Red Lake is very interesting. First of all, Red Lake is one of the best camps in the world, and what makes it that is generally the high-grade nature of the gold deposits in that camp. Some of the very highest grade deposits are mined in that area. What makes the Spring Pole project that Gold Canyon has quite unique is this is a low-grade, open-pit type target. Now, what is quite encouraging is for a lower grade, high tonnage open pit target, it actually has pretty high grades in that kind of a scenario. So that's why we're very encouraged by this project that they have. They're planning on doing plenty of drilling, as they mentioned in that recent press release. And so we'll be looking closely to see the news from that drilling that they have planned. So again, a great place to start your homework on them is on their website at goldcanyon.ca. And again, we always recommend that viewers of the show do their homework, and their website is a great place to start that. So now we're going to move on to our third company today, and the third company we're going to talk about is Frontier Gold Inc. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. We've had them, our past coverage, we've had them on several of our shows. These are all in 2010. The August the 12th, September the 9th, October the 5th, November 2nd, November 24th, and December the 14th. And again, those all in 2010. If you look above me at the shows section, you can find all of those shows, including a link to go watch them if you so desire. Their website is frontiergold.com. That's fronteergold.com. We're looking for 3 press releases on there, one from January 12th, one from January 18th, and one from January 24th. I'm just pulling up their website now, and on their website they have a section called News. I just clicked on the news, and we'll start with the January 12th press release. The headline from that is Frontier Gold reports interim resource estimate for the Long Canyon gold deposit in Nevada. They go on in the press release that they're pleased to announce an interim resource estimate for their wholly owned Long Canyon gold deposit has increased the measured and indicated resource by 700,000 ounces at 38% higher grade, and increased the inferred resource by 250,000 ounces at 36% higher grade. The significant increases in ounces at substantially higher grades has been achieved almost entirely through infill drilling within the previously defined footprint of the deposit. Mineralization at Long Canyon is oxidized and open in all directions, so it can grow from there. Drilling in 2011 will focus on resource expansion. They also mentioned that the new estimate captures all drilling to early November 2010, but does not include the results from the last 5 weeks of step-out drilling, which involved more than 30 additional holes. Within the next 2 months, Frontier will complete a second resource update that includes all drill results from 2010 to form the basis of an updated preliminary economic assessment. They note that the growing resource, they now have measured and indicated resources of 1,396,000 ounces at an average grade of 2.36 grams per ton gold, and an additional inferred resource of 803,000 ounces at an average grade of 2.24 grams per ton gold. Then they have plenty more details about this in the press release. There's a quote from Tony Fierro, who is their chief operating officer, and he stated, and I quote, "We are delighted with the pace at which Long Canyon is growing and the fact that gold grade is increasing as the deposit evolves. In our view, Long Canyon is one of the highest quality development stage gold deposits in North America today, in terms of its grade, metallurgy, strong growth profile, low cost production attributes, and jurisdiction. At Long Canyon, we have already built the foundation for near-term mine development, including securing a dominant position in this emerging gold district, acquiring significant water and private surface rights, and maintaining a strong treasury to fund projects advancement. With Long Canyon as our flagship asset in our Nevada development platform, we are strongly positioned to achieve our goal of becoming a significant premium North American gold producer," end quote. And then again, they have more details about the recent resource calculation in that press release from January 12th. Then on January 18th, they had another news release out. In that one, the headline is "Step-Out Drilling at Long Canyon Expands Deposit by 200 meters and lays foundation for ongoing district-scale growth." They go on that their recent round of step-out drilling at Long Canyon continues to return wide intervals of high-grade oxide gold from new areas, demonstrating the ongoing strength and significant growth potential of this new Nevada gold district. During the last month of 2010, 31 step-out holes were drilled, largely focused to the northeast, and assays received to date from 20 holes included. And then they have a table information about the various different drill holes. I'm not going to go into them. You can find them on the press release. There's some very good drill holes in there. They also mentioned, they give you some really good details about this recent drilling. And so then the final news release we wanted to talk about is their January 24th press release. In that one, the headline is Frontier Gold Reports Objectives, Work Plan, and Budget for 2011. They mentioned that they reported its 2011 objectives, activities, and budgets for Long Canyon, Northumberland, and Sandman, the key Nevada gold those three, the key Nevada gold deposits that form the company's near-term production platform. The company also summarizes plans for Halalaga, its joint venture copper gold porphyry project in northwestern Turkey. There's a quote from Mark O'Day, who's Frontier Gold's president and CEO, who stated, and I quote, "Our goal at Frontier is to be a low-cost, above 300,000 ounce per year North American producer. We aim to achieve this goal through developing the projects we currently own and using the significant treasury we have on hand. The quality and growth potential for our assets, combined with the strength of our team and finances, provide a solid foundation for Frontier Gold to prosper in the year ahead," end quote. Then they give you some great details on their key objectives, the plans that they have for drilling on their in Nevada, on Long Canyon, Northumberland, and Sandman. We've talked about all of those projects in past shows, and you can find all those details in the press release on the company's website. And so plenty to talk about. This is a very busy company that does a lot of work. Some of the reasons that we like the company: they recently sold off their uranium holdings and now are a very large shareholder in Paladin, which is one of the companies from our Allan Reports email newsletter. So they have exposure to uranium just as a shareholder, and which that's a commodity we're very bullish on. But they're primarily focused on gold. Their key projects are in Nevada, which is a mining-friendly jurisdiction that also has well-known geology. They got a very good pipeline of projects, as they mentioned in their press releases, that give them the realistic potential of becoming a future gold mining company. They're very well financed, so they'll be doing a lot of work, and we expect them to have a strong news flow. We always have a few news releases to talk about in between each time we talk about them on the show, and that's just a reflection of how busy they are with their drilling. And so a great place to start your homework on them is on their website at frontiergold.com. That's FRONTEERGOLD.com. And that's, again, we always recommend people do their own homework, and their website's a great place to do that. So that's a close on our In the News segment. Before closing the show, we'd like to stress our show and our reports are for information purposes only. We aren't making buying or selling recommendations. It's important for you to do your own research and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. We're always trying to grow our audience, and any efforts you make to let your friends know about our website, our reports, and our shows would be greatly appreciated. We also really appreciate you taking the time to watch these shows. We know that everybody is very busy these days, and we strive to produce a show that saves you time and most importantly brings you helpful, high-quality information. Our next show will be another in the news shows, and we'll be discussing recent developments from some resource stocks with high-quality projects that we expect to do early next week. The best way to stay updated on our work is to subscribe to our email list. There's no charge to be on our email list, and we send out updates whenever we have new work out, such as these shows or reports or any other public speaking, television interviews, that sort of stuff. And again, there's no charge for it. Just look above me at the subscribe section and just fill out the information, and we'll add you to our email list for those updates. We hope you can join us for our future shows. You can find all of our work on our website at allanberryreports.com. We hope to see you soon, and have a great day.